Om Shri Sai Ram, offering ourselves at the Divine Lotus feet of our beloved Lord, Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Welcome to tonight's Friday Night Inspirations, a spiritual web show bringing together great minds and great music under one roof. Today, we are celebrating the auspicious occasion of Sri Rama Navami, celebrating the birth of our Lord Sai in the Treta Yuga over 10,000 years ago in the form of Sri Rama. We have a very special speaker tonight, a long-time devotee of Bhagawan. But before we get on with the introduction and talk, we offer a small musical offering at the Divine Lotus feet. Jai Sai Ram. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Shri Ram, Shri Raghavan, Dasharathatmajam Prameyam, Sitapatim Raghukulanmaya Ratnadipam Ajanuvahum Arvind Dalayakaksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami, Namami, Namami. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana Haran Bhavayadarunam Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana Haran Bhavayadarunam Kanjalochan Kanjamudhara Kanjapada Kanjarunam Navakanjalochan Kanjamudhara Kanjapada Kanjarunam ಕಂಡರ್ಪ ಅಗಣಿತ ಅಮಿತ ಛವೀರವ ನೀರವ ಸುಂದರಂ ಪಟಪೀಠಮಾಲು ತಡಿತ ರುಚಿ ಶುಚಿ ನೌಮಿ ಜನಕ ಸುಧಾವರಂ ಕಂಡರ್ಪ ಅಗಣಿತ ಅಮಿತ ಛವಿ ನವ ನೀಲ ನೀರವ ಸುಂದರಂ ಪಟಪೀಠಮಾಲಹು ತಡಿತ ರುಚಿ ಶುಚಿ ನೌಮಿ ಜನಕ ಸುಧಾವರಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣ ಭಜ ದೀನ ಬಂಧು ದಿನೇಶ ದಾನವ ದೈತ್ಯವಂಶನಿ ಕಂದನಂ ಭಜ ದೀನ ಬಂಧು ದಿನೇಶ ದಾನವ ದೈತ್ಯವಂಶನಿ ಕಂದನಂ ರಘುನಂದ ಆನಂದ ಕಂಡ ಕೌಶಲ ಚಂದ ದಶರಥ ನಂದನಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣಂ ಶಿರಮುಕುಟ ಕುಂಡಲ ತಿಲಕ ಚಾರುದಾರ ಅಂಗ ವಿಭೂಷಣಂ ಶಿರಮುಕುಟ ಕುಂಡಲ ತಿಲಕ ಚಾರುದಾರ ಅಂಗ ವಿಭೂಷಣಂ ಆಜಾನು ಭುಜ ಚರ ಚಾಪ ಧರ ಸಂಗ್ರಾಮ ಜಿತ ಖರ ದೂಷಣಂ ಆಜಾನು ಭುಜ ಶರ ಚಾಪ ಧರ ಸಂಗ್ರಾಮ ಜಿತ ಖರ ದೂಷಣಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೃಪಾಲು ಭಜಮನ ಹರಣ ಭವಭಯದಾರುಣಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनिमन रंजनम् इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनिमन रंजनम् मम हृदय कंज निवास गुरु कामादि कलदरगंजनम् मम हृदय कंज निवास गुरु कामादि कलदरगंजनम् श्रीराम 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 श्री With that, we continue with 2 minutes of silent reflection in honor and in prayer for the tragedies that have unfolded in Boston. Please join us as we have 2 minutes of silence. Jai Sai Ram.
We are not bothering you. If you are on the road for some emergency, is that the case? Okay, so there is no emergency or anything like that, right? Okay, sure. Okay, so I'll do the introduction and then we can start.
Sai Ram. Thank you very much. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce the speaker for this evening. Our speaker for this evening hails from Massachusetts, coincidentally from where all these tragedies have been taking place for the last few days. And we pray and hope that not only his family, but everybody in the area is protected by Bhagawan's blessing. With that, I introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Prahlad Cielappagari. Dr. Prahlad Cielappagari had his first darshan of Swami as a young boy in 1972 and has been practicing our beloved Lord's teachings ever since. He comes from a musically inclined family. He was an all India radio artist in the light vocal music category. He has sung and performed in many places, including Bhagawan's divine physical presence. Dr. Prahlad Cielappagari has a Master's in Science from Osmania University, Andhra Pradesh, India, and a Ph.D. in Neurophysiology, Neurochemistry from the Lomonosov Moscow State University, MSU, in Moscow, Russia. He currently works and lives in Massachusetts with his family. Jai Sai Ram. It is now my great honor to hand over the mic to Prahlad uncle. Jai Sai Ram.
Vishwanugraha Vigraho Vijete Sri Sathya Sai Ishwaraha. Om Sri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagawan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, the Kali Yuga Avatara. My dear friends, happy Sri Rama Navami to all of us, and praying to Swami to heal whatever happened this week and last week in Massachusetts. And the greatest thing in the world which heals all the wounds, both physical, mental, emotional, is the Bhagavata Katha, the story of the Lord. And lot of people attained liberation, and they attained the bliss with the chanting of Lord's name and listening to Lord stories, the Bhagavad Katha. You know, King Parikshit, when he knew that he is going to leave his body in 1 week, he totally surrendered to God and he was eager to get liberation. So, divine grace appeared in front of him as Shuka Maharshi, and he taught him, he said, you don't have to worry so much, you don't have to do so much penance to realize who you are. Just listen to Bhagavata Katha or the stories of the Lord, which will liberate you from this bondage. So today also, I'm not going to give a big speech. We'll just share some of the stories of our Sri Rama, who is the Lord, same Lord who came in Treta Yuga as Sri Ramachandra. Bhagawan Sri Sathya Baba, the Kali Yuga avatar. So, I have a greatest friend who is also a realized soul, a Brahmagyani. His grandfather, by name Sri Ramachandra, from Guntur, he hailed from Guntur, Kunduru Shastri, they used to call him, and he has a lot of devotees, and he has a lot of following, and people used to do rituals to him like Harati, Mangala Harati, and Puja, Pada Puja, and all those things. So, when Ramachandra, the Brahmagyani, he heard from many people that Lord Sri Rama has incarnated as Sri Sathya Sai Baba in Puttaparthi. I'm probably talking around 1950-1960 period. So, he came to Puttaparthi immediately. Of course, when I say Brahmagyani, he is Brahman himself. And if you ask me how come he does not know when there is Brahman, Parabrahman has incarnated. If we take any story of great rishis and munis, it is not because of their ignorance they do all these things. It is to teach us a lesson. So, with the same intention, Brahmagyani, Ramcharan Maharaj, he went to Puttaparthi and stood in front of the mandir, and he waited for some time, and he said, that was in the afternoon time, as you know, Swami gives only 2 times darshan. So he waited for quite some time, and then he said, okay, if you are my Lord Rama, you will come to me. Otherwise, I'm just leaving. Saying so, he just returned, he just moved back, and he just probably 2 or 3 steps he took, and suddenly the door opened, and our Lord, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Baba, came out and shouted, hey Ramcharan, I'm here, I came to you. You're already angry with me, you're going back. Ramcharan Maharaj was only thinking inside, he did not even say anything. And Sai Maharaj came out and he called by his name and took him inside, and they had a very, very good time at the time. So, and this was, why I'm telling this is, the self, the same self, Sri Ramachandra, who has come in Treta Yuga, has come again as Sri Sai, Sathya Sai Baba. So just to demonstrate to his followers who are Rama Bhaktas, and then he declared, see, the Ramachandra who came in Treta Yuga came back again as Sai Maharaj. So go and take his darshan. So these kind of things we know when we interact with people, and it's their blessings that we come to know about these great souls, and we have excellent darshan, sparshan, and sambhashan. So this incident shows that Bhagavan is none other than Sri Ramachandra. So after that, my friend told me that Sri Ramachandra followed his Ramo Vigravahan Dharma. He is the Vigraha of Dharma. Whatever he did was Dharma. So now Bhagavan has come with Sathya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. Swami has shown us he is still showing us by his activities that one should tread this Sathya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa path. I have so many other stories to tell you which shows that Shirdi Sai is none other than Bhagavan Sri Sai Baba. If there are some doubting Thomases are there, if they think only Shirdi Baba is different and Sat Sai Baba is different, there are stories to show us that both are same. And during 1980s, I have a friend who came from Nigeria who came to India to study engineering as a foreign quota and all those things. He came. And he came to Bangalore. First he went to Uttar Pradesh. He did not get a seat there. Probably was late. And then he came to Bangalore with one of his friends, and because he had to take a flight from Bangalore back to Nigeria. So he had some time to spare. So his friend told, I'm going to a nearby town called Puttaparthi. If you are interested, since you have 2 or 3 days to spare, because your flight is not, it is probably 2 or 3 days later. So if you want to join, you can come to Puttaparthi. This person from Nigeria, his name is Benjamin Chukwara. We used to call him Ben. So he said, I'm not very much interested in, religious people or Babas. I heard a lot of stories. I'm not very much interested. But anyway, let me check him out. So he came with my friend, with another friend to Puttaparthi, and as soon as they sat in the evening darshan, Swami came directly to this person from Nigeria and took him inside the interview room. And because he does not know, he's the first time he came to India, and then also looking at Swami's dress, and he was really a little bit surprised. But he went inside, and Swami, like a mother, make him sit there and materialized a yellow-looking paste, and materialized, and like a mother, he opened his shirt and applied on his stomach. This was told by Ben to me directly. So, and while applying, Swami said, you have a very, very bad stomachache from your childhood. You went everywhere and you did not get any kind of help, and you are suffering since then. So from today, no more pain. And as soon as he stopped rubbing, the pain, Ben said, the pain never came back. It just disappeared from there. And these religious things and this God-man and all those things are very, very new concepts for him at that time. So he said, I don't know why I started crying. He was crying all through. And then Swami, like a mother, said, next year I'll give you a seat at a place called Warangal, which is in Andhra Pradesh. This person did not even know where it is, and Swami gave the address and everything. So next year he came back, and as Swami said, he got a seat. And Swami told him very clearly, you are a Maharshi, a great sage in your previous life. And so you have to start your sadhana from where you have left. So saying that, Swami told him do's and don'ts in the hostel. It's an engineering hostel, he's a young man, and you can imagine what can happen. So Swami told him not to eat meat, eggs, all those non-vegetarian food to stop. And then he said how to dress, what to eat, who to talk. Everything was guided for him. And Swami said, you know what, you can't stay in the hostel, you have to find a room outside your hostel. Saying so, and Ben came back to Warangal. That's where I lived at the time. So he used to visit a house where we are doing regular every day a 1 hour bhajan for Swami. Every day 6 to 7 o'clock. So he found out that place and he was coming regularly, and I saw him several times, and so he was trying to find a accommodation here, and he tried several times, but he's a Nigerian and a black guy, very well built, very nice guy, but people from outside, they did not understand who he is. So he went back to Puttaparthi because Swami is the father and mother for him. Nobody is there. So he asked Swami, I'm not getting any accommodation. People are really afraid of me when I go there in that neighborhood. So Swami said, okay, now you go. I have already arranged. He said, okay. So he came back again, and one day in the afternoon, he was walking, and suddenly one old lady came out of the door, and she was waving her hand to come. So he went inside, and she said, you know what, I won't tell you one thing. She made him sit. I'm a devotee of Shirdi Baba. And yesterday night, Shirdi Baba came to my dream and said that my son is coming tomorrow morning, and showed me exactly how you look. And that's why I know you are coming. And I waved my hand. So Shirdi Baba told me, my son is coming tomorrow morning, and give him the best accommodation in your house. And saying that, Shirdi Baba gave her 2 packets of vibhuti kept under her pillow. And she got up in the morning and curious because the dream was so real. So she got up and she looked under her pillow, and she found 2 vibhuti packets. But what was startling, what was confusing for her was the symbol on the packets, vibhuti packets. If you're familiar with the vibhuti packets, you get, when Swami gives you the white packets on the symbol, and the Sathya Dharma Shanti, the Sarva Dharma symbol is there. So those kind of 2 packets were there. And she said, I know these symbols belong to Sathya Sai Baba. But I'm a Shirdi Baba devotee. I don't hate Sathya Sai Baba, but I don't believe him as Shirdi Baba. But with this incident, now I'm so convinced that Shirdi Sai Baba is Sathya Sai Baba incarnate. And so please, she took him around the house and asked him, just see whichever room you like, you take that. Because this is your house and this house belongs to Swami. And so he took the first floor in that house, and I went there. And he explained me so many things which are really mind-blowing. I can't, it is very, very, very excellent miracles he told me that what happened. He says that his entire, the wall becomes it's like a TV, and he sees so many rituals in that, yajnas and yagas going on. He just watches, and sometimes he finds himself in that, in that scene, and he goes back and asks Swami, what's going on? My wall turns to, it becomes like a TV screen, but which is 3D. I see every character, and I don't even understand what's going on. He said, yes, I told you, you are a Maharshi, you did a lot of penance, but due to some karma, you had to take birth again and go through these experiences. So these are all wonderful things because you are also involved in those yagas, you can see, sometimes you also see yourself in that. So Ben was a good friend of me, and he finished. While going back, he told me, I do not know why I'm telling you all these things. I never share these things because they are it's like a love between Krishna and Radha. But Swami prompted me to tell you all these things before I leave. So he showed me, he just writes so many books. He said, this is not for anybody else, this is for me. Because these messages come from Swami. So he was showing me so many things. And one miracle which happened was, Swami materialized a very nice bracelet for him. I cannot describe. I wish I had a audio visual for you, but I cannot show it to you. It's beautiful bracelet, which is unique. The locking system is very, very unique. I never saw that anywhere. So he materialized and said, take it. So he wore that and went back to Nigeria for his holidays, and he was probably playing in river or some place, and suddenly it became loose, and he lost that chain in that river in Nigeria. And he was feeling miserable. He said, oh my God, Swami gave it to me and I lost it. So after that he came back to India, and where else he'll go? He'll go to Puttaparthi directly, as all our Sai devotees do. First we go to Puttaparthi, then have his darshan, and then we go back to our places, right? So same thing, he came back to Puttaparthi and had Swami's, and Swami, he says whenever he sees Swami, Swami calls him for the interview. He said he knows exactly Swami, so Swami called him. He went and Swami told him, hey, where's my bracelet? Said, Swami, I came to you I lost it. He said, no. Swami said, you didn't lose anywhere. And everywhere, when you lost this chain in the river, I was right there in the river. I just caught it. So he folded his hands and just showed him the same bracelet appeared in Swami's hand. He gave it back. So Ben said that he started, oh my God, Swami is everywhere. So those kind of things happened to him. And he also told me so many miracles, like he was attacked once in Nigeria. So many people came and tried to kill him for no reason. And suddenly one red Mercedes car came. And he was just standing and said, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. See, we have difficulties, we have problems. Who else is the protector? If you take his name, even if you don't take his name sometimes, I'll tell you those stories also. What happens when you take his name, what happens even if you don't take his name, what he does. So he was repeating Swami's name, just close his eyes, just imagine this scene. 10 people were trying to attack him with knives and chain bars, and he was just closing his eyes and went repeating Swami's name. And suddenly a red Mercedes car comes, and these people were startled because Swami gets down, and they all ran away, and Swami made him sit in the car and drives him directly and drops him in his house, at his house. So he said, Swami is everywhere, and if you just repeat his name and coming to protections offered by Swami, they're, I think, countless, because he is the protector. So this happened when I experienced his omnipresence too, as I'm very sure all my Sai sisters and brothers also experienced these things. And you don't have to be a Sai devotee to experience. Whoever Swami wishes, he will get the protection, and we should be ready. That's it. So I did my Ph.D. at Russia, as Rishi told me. Told in the introduction. And I was this was a New Year's Day, January 1st, and we were returning from my university to my another block, and I was trying to cross the road. That was early hours after those celebrations. Fog probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was trying to cross the road, and it was very, very cold in the morning, and ice was formed. I did not realize, probably black ice or white ice. I just slipped and I fell down, and my friends already crossed the road, and I was trying to get up, but it was so slippery, I fell again, and then I saw a bus was coming, and he's trying to push his brakes so hard, and he saw somebody fell on the ground, and it did not stop. It was just skidding onto me. It was coming onto me, actually. And I realized after some time I was under the bus. And when I looked up, nothing happened, actually. But I smelled the gas, and I just lifted my head, and I saw this bus, ring of the bus, and the driver just came down and said in Russian, "Ishu живой?" That means, are you still alive? I said, okay, I forgot to tell you, I was shouting, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, 3 times, 4 times, because I know that it's end. And I realized that, luckily. And I was shouting his name, and he came down and said, "Are you still alive?" I said, yes. I'm still, yes. I should you. So I told him, yes, I'm still alive. But Swami saved like that. Otherwise, my friends were telling me, I don't know you, if there's any other person like us, because they were thinking that they eat, drink, and do all those things which are not supposed to do. And as Swami devotees, we follow his instructions and we try to kind of live a little bit pure life. So they thought that if this happened to us, or any one of us would have been dead by this time. So I said, it's all Swami's grace. So this was a miracle which happened to me. And also, when I was trying to catch a trolley bus, an electric bus, it's called a trolley bus in Russian. And I was trying to catch that bus, and suddenly I put my leg in the bus, and the doors closed automatically. The automatic doors. I'm not used to those kind of doors in India, so that was the first time. I put that and trying to get inside. My body was outside, my legs were inside, closed. And again, who I will call? I said again, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. And there is no way the bus driver could hear me. And he just opened up. I know I was going to fall. Just opened the door and right time and closed it. I could pull my legs out and I was survived. So those kind of things happen. So I'm sure a lot of Sai devotees will go through these kind of miracles. A lot of protection, a lot of his omnipresence you see. So we can see a lot of these productions. And I would like to share one more, not one more, at least 2 or 3 incidents happened to my cousin who lives in Puttaparthi, who is Swami's student. Just to say that Swami knows everything, it is Sai Katha. It's just to remind sometimes, because Swami says you forget and you're afraid. So just to remind ourselves that Swami is always with us. Even though he left his physical frame, he is always with us. Just to remind ourselves, I would like to share one more story, which happened to my cousin, Swami student. So she used to attend all the students, all the girls from Antapur. They always feel bad that only the boys get the lion's share of Swami's time, probably 100%, and they don't even get to talk to Swami, and they feel very bad about that. So they used to, one day they all came from Antapuram, and they came to Puttaparthi, and they were singing a song just to attract the attention, because they were singing inside, and this song goes like that. That is, it's a very, very old song, from a film called Nisamma. They changed the line a little bit. This is sung by A.M. Raja. Brindavanamadi andaridi Govindudu andari vadele Enduke Radha Yesuna suyelu Andamulandari anandamule Brindavanamadi andaridi Govindudu andari vadele. So what they changed, this we have to see. Govindudu andari vadele. You have to mark andari vadele. Andari means Govinda belongs to everybody. That's the original song. So these girls changed it because they were feeling bad and Swami belongs to only boys, that kind of thing. So they said Govindudu kondari vadele. That means Govinda belongs to only some people, not to everybody. Feeling that only Swami gives a lot of time to boys and not to girls. So they were singing this song and Swami happened to come near these girls because Swami knows what's going on. So he came to these girls and asked, what you are singing? They said, no Swami, we are fine, but they are feeling bad. So Swami said, ఏమో పాటలు పాడుతున్నారే గోవిందుడు అందరి వాడే గోవిందుడు కొందరి వాడే ఏమ్మా. Swami was saying, sorry, I'm asking it to Telugu. So Swami said, Emma, you are singing Govinda belongs to some people, Govinda belongs to only, not to many people, not to everybody. So you are singing like this, right? If you remember, 3 days back, you girls were sleeping in the hostel in the afternoon, which was very hot, and you know what happened? And when you were sleeping, the fan got loose, the bolts got loose, and it was about to fall on you and chop off your heads. At that time, I came and took the fan out and folded the wings of the fan. That's why it fell there. So, if Govinda belongs to only some people, he will not protect everybody. Saying that, Swami left. So they realized that Swami saved them and it's not appropriate to say Govinda belongs to only some people. He belongs to everybody. He protects everybody. On the lighter side, Swami, of course, he does a lot of pranks and also he teaches the lesson. The greatness of Swami is he makes use of every single moment and teaches us a lesson. If you can get that and practice. So in this occasion, what happened, my cousin was, they were attending the summer course in Bangalore, and they all went there, and Swami used to come every afternoon and ask them, how was the food? What are the items you ate today? Is it tasty? Is it karam? Or is it very chilly? So he used to always ask all these questions, and every day the first and second girl who used to stand in that line, they used to get chance to talk to Swami. So my sister was getting, she was restless, she was feeling bad that she did not get a chance. But in the afternoon, what happened when they had lunch and they were discussing among themselves, these girls, and they asked, how was the rasam? Rasam? My sister told, it's just like a hot water and chili powder. It's no better. So saying so, she said that, and after that, in the evening, Swami came, and he was, as usual, he comes to the first or second girl, but this time my sister was standing probably 10th or 11th girl in the line, and Swami came to her directly and said, how was the food today? Especially, how was the rasam? And Swami, she totally forgot and she said, no, when Swami is there, you can't tell all those things. She thought and she said, Swami, the food is so nice, Swami, very, very tasty. Swami, with a twinkle in his eyes, Swami said, hot water, chili powder, and left. So, and everybody thought, okay, Swami knows everything, you can't hide anything. So Swami is everywhere, and he listens to even our simplest talks, and he listens to our thoughts. So we should be very, very careful. Coming to thoughts, Swami knows all our thoughts. How I came to know? I had a privilege to be in his divine presence in the interview room soon after I came back from Moscow, and with my wife, and we came from Moscow, and Swami, he was going through that. He was going to the. There were a lot of people inside, and he was distributing a lot of vibhuti, and he was distributing a lot of his angavastra, his robes, and materialized so many jewels for so many people, and we were sitting right in front of him. And while distributing vibhuti packets, he was giving everybody a lot of vibhuti packets. And in those days, I used to have a big safari suit, which had two big pockets in front and a small pocket on the upper side. So I was thinking Swami will give me a lot of vibhuti packets, and because Swami is giving everybody. So he came to me and just put 3 packets in my upper pocket, which is very small. And I was thinking, I did not ask Swami, I was thinking, oh my God, Swami gave you only 3 packets, and for everybody he gave a lot of packets, and I have 2 big pockets to fill. So I was just thinking, and Swami looked at me, took 2 handfuls of vibhuti packets and put in my pocket, and also filled everything. I said, Chasaipoinda, is it okay? Is it enough now? So Swami knows even our faintest thoughts. He knows everything, what's going on. It's unbelievable. We have to enjoy his presence. We have to enjoy his omnipresence. The physical body, of course, it's beautiful. It's for that reason Swami comes to give the ananda, the samipya, sarupya, salokya, sayujya. For that he comes. The samipa. When we are with Swami, it is so delightful. But if we are in tune with Swami, if we act and if we practice what he teaches, he's always with us, always. And today is like Sri Rama Navami, the birthday of Rama, Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, and the greatest devotee of Ramachandra is, Prahlad Cielappagari. He devoted his life. For Sri Ramachandra, he gave his entire fame, name, money, everything, and he was even jailed for that purpose. So, even he has a lot of pains, lot of suffering going on. He was praying to Rama all the time. I had a great privilege of going to that jail where he was jailed in Golconda Fort in Hyderabad. And he composed so many songs, even in that pain. And he used to pray, and I sing one song from that. Garuda Gamana Rara Nanu Nee Karunane Lukora Parama Purusha Ye Tiravuleka Ni Marugu Jochitini Aramara Seyaku Garuda Gamana Rara Nanu Nee Karunane Lukora Parama Purusha Tiravuleka Ni Marugu Jochitini Aramara Seyaku Garuda Gamana Rara. Oh Mahavishnu, please come. I do not have any refuge except you. Please come and protect me. Palakadali Shayana Dasharatha Bala Jala Janayana Palamun నన్ను నీట ముంచు నీ పాలబడి తినిక జాలము సేయక గరుడ గమన రారా. O Rama, take me, you dip me in the ocean of milk, or make me, or sink me in water. It is up to you. I'm yours. It's a total surrender. So he composed many songs in this pattern, and he understood the greatness of Ramanama, and then he sang, your name is so sweet. Sri Rama Navami miruchira, O Rama Navami ruchira. Sri Rama Navami miruchira, O Rama Navami ruchira. And at the same time he also sang, I will not leave you, whatever you do. You put me in jail, you put me in the palace, I will not leave you. Saying that, he composed another song. Ninnu ponichadana, Sita Rama, Ninnu ponichadana. I will not leave you. I will not leave you to go anywhere. Nannu rakshimpaka, enni vidhamulana, kannulana, Rama. నిన్ను పోనిచ్చెదనా సీతా రామ నిన్ను పోనిచ్చెదనా రట్టు చేసి నిన్నవి కట్టుదునింకా దిక్కు కలిగితే మొరబెట్టుకోరా గట్టిగా నీ పాద కమలములెప్పుడు గట్టిగా నీ పాద కమలములెప్పుడు మదిలో కట్టి వేతును రామ నిన్ను పోనిచ్చెదనా సీతారామ నిన్ను పోనిచ్చెదనా రామ రామ రామ. It's lot of love, it's lot of bhakti. He composed these bhajans, these songs, probably 200 to 300 years back, or 200 years back, when Tanisha was the king of this place, Nizam. And you see the impact of those bhajans, of those songs. Still they are alive. Lot of people sing these songs because they came from heart. They are composed. They are given to him by Ramachandra himself. That's why they are very powerful. And they give us a lot of bliss. On the same lines, I would like to share another story from my own experience. When we visited a lot of centers in Russia during my stay in Russia, I was going through a lot of places. And we always think that we try to propagate Swami's name, we are the messengers like that. We think sometimes, oh my God, I did all these things. No, when I visited all these places, when we put Swami's photograph, I'm talking around, the time period is 1989-1990 in Russia. So I thought, of course, there were no centers at all, and I was thinking that probably we are starting these centers there. But we went to the corners of different republics, like Lithuania, Latvia, and Ukraine, and other places. And in those places, I figured out, when I went there, these people already, some people came to us, and they said that we see Swami, he comes to us, and we play with him. We do not know who he is. He looks so different, but he's so lovely, so loving. So one girl told me that Swami comes to her, a small girl, and plays with her always. And here we are trying to propagate his name, we thought, and Swami is there, everywhere. when we remember these stories, when we remember his katha, this is the best thing to do. What I feel, instead of giving a lot of big speeches, just remember, just remind us ourselves that Swami is always with us. Swami is always with us, and he helps us in so many ways. And he's one more incident I remembered back from Moscow, which is we were having a nice bhajan on Ganesh Chaturthi in my friend's place in Moscow. This was back in 1991-92. And we were singing bhajans, and suddenly a military officer who works in the Indian Embassy in Moscow, he came and he was having his shoes on, and he sat and he was shouting without any rhythm and rhyme and no shruti or scale. He was shouting so much and he was disturbing the bhajan. And on top of it, he was drunk. We could smell that. So we were feeling bad, and we said, okay, this is fine. So at the end of the bhajan, he came to us. There were three people. Of course, there was a lot of group, but we are three doing bhajan. He came to us. He said, I would like to have this bhajan session in my house next week. And we said, we were thinking, we should not go to his place, because he did very, we were judging him already. He came with his shoes, he was drunk, he disturbed the bhajan, and we were feeling bad. And we spoke among ourselves and said, we're not going to his place. But when he asked, we said, okay, we'll come. But thinking inside, oh, never will come to your place. So when we went back home, and then in the morning, my friend, who is Dr. Vivek, he plays guitar. So Swami comes to his dream and says, hey, take the guitar. And Swami sang a song actually. This song is from Swami. The words and the lyrics and the tune and everything, including the chords. Though I'm not playing the guitar right now. So Swami told Dr. Vivek, come on, play the guitar. So guitar, he was not very sure about the chords, so Swami took the guitar and he started singing with the right chords. The song goes like this. Just remember that this song is purely from Swami, and I'm going to sing that for you. It's a small song. Mera sai, hamara sai Ram. मेरा नहीं हमारा नहीं है सबका साई राम हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई कैसे भी हो इंसान सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम सबका है भगवान मेरा साई हमारा साई राम मेरा नहीं हमारा नहीं है सबका साई राम मेरा साई हमारा साई राम मेरा नहीं हमारा नहीं है सबका साई राम. So listeners, you got it right. So what we were singing inside, Swami belongs to only sai devotees, only to us. And this guy came with all his shoes and is drunk, and he really, he spoiled the bhajan, and we were judging him all the time. And Swami comes in the morning and says that, do not judge a person. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, kaise bhi ho insan, however the person is, do not judge. Sathya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, sabka hai Bhagawan. Bhagawan belongs to the person who follows Sathya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. How we know that this person is only drunk and he is not following Swami's instructions, so we are judging him already. So we understood the Swami's message in the morning, and he called us back and said that, are you coming next week? I said, yeah, we are coming. We called him actually in the morning and said that, we are coming to your house next week. He said, yes, you already told us yesterday. But we understood with what kind of mentality we told him yesterday and what transformation took place in the morning. So that's how Swami teaches us with one stroke. it teaches us not to judge, love everybody as Sai himself, because Sai has become the whole world. Vishwam, Vishnu, Vishwam, the whole universe. The Vishnu has become the whole universe. So, my dear friends, with this, I will end this Sai Katha, the Rama Katha, the Sathya Sai Katha. I thank each one of you for taking time to listen to this Sai Katha, and I also extend my thanks to Rishi, who is doing an excellent job by having these kind of programs. Really very, very nice of him. He's so young, but he's so dedicated and does it very, very nicely. I really appreciate for this opportunity, and I thank Swami for blessing me with this opportunity. Bolo Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai. Bolo Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai. Bolo Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Prahlad Uncle, for joining us this evening for our program Friday Night Inspirations. Thank you so much. We extend our gratitude to you for sharing with us your experiences and your beautiful voice in praise of our Lord Sai. I'll speak to you after the bhajans. We are now going to indulge ourselves in the divine ecstasy of Swami's name. We are going to end this evening with bhajans until 10:05 p.m. Jai Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Jaya Gauri Suta Lambodhara Jaya Gauri Suta Ganadhipa Jaya Gajana Ganadhipa Jaya Gajarana Lambodhara Jaya Gauri Suta Bhalachandra Dhara Gajakarneshwara Chandra Gajakarneshwara Ishwaram Bhavaji Prabhu Ishwaram Bhavaji Prabhu Dhara Jaya Gauri Suta Ganadhipa Jaya
जानना नंदोधरा जय गौरी सुता चंद्राधरा गज कलेश्वरा ईश्वरा महाहि प्रभो ईश्वरा महाहि प्रभो नंदोधरा जय गौरी सुता जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा अभयप्रदायका आनंददायका अभयप्रदायका आनंददायका त्रिभुवन मोहना सीता रामा त्रिभुवन मोहन सीता रामा दानव भंजना दीनो धारणा दानव भंजना दीनो धारणा प्रेमा सागरा साई रामा प्रेमा सागरा साई रामा जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा रामा अभयप्रदायक आनंददायका त्रिभुवन मोहन सीता रामा दानव भंजना दीनो धारणा प्रेमा सागरा साई रामा प्रेमा सागरा साई रामा जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा रामा जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा जगतोद्धारा साई रामा जगतोद्धारा साई रामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा परम पावना तारक रामा परम पावना तारक रामा श्री रामा कोटि प्रणाम श्री रामा कोटि प्रणाम साई रामा कोटि प्रणाम साई रामा कोटि प्रणाम शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा शरणं शरणं साई रामा जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा जगदोद्धारा साई रामा जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा परम पावना तारक नामा श्री रामा कोटि प्रणाम साई रामा शत कोटि प्रणाम शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा शरणं शरणं साई रामा जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा भव भय हरण पंडित चरण भव भय हरण पंडित चरण रघुकुल भूषण राजीव नयना रघुकुल भूषण राजीव नयना आदि नारायण आनंद शयना आदि नारायण आनंद शयना सच्चिदानंद श्री सत्य नारायण सच्चिदानंद श्री साई नारायण आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण भव भय हरणा वंदित चरणा रघुकुल भूषण गणराजीव नयना आदि नारायण आनंद शयना सच्चिदानंद श्री साई नारायण सच्चिदानंद श्री साई नारायण आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 जननी जानकी जीवन राम भलो जननी जानकी जीवन राम जय जय राम जानकी राम जय तु रामा जय जय रामा जानकी राम जय तु रामा परम सुमंगल राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 जननी जानकी जीवन राम जय जय राम जानकी राम जय तु रामा जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा परम सुमंगल राम 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 साई परम सुमंगल राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 चंड किरण कुल मंडन राम चंड किरण कुल मंडन राम श्रीमद दशरथ नंदन राम श्रीमद दशरथ नंदन राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम विश्वामित्रा प्रियधन राम विश्वामित्रा प्रियधन राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय राजा राम राम जय साई राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय साई राम किरण कुल मंडन राम श्रीमद दशरथ नंदन राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम विश्वामित्र प्रियधन राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय साई राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय साई राम बोलो राम राम जय साई राम चंड किरण तुल मंडन राम दानव भंजन राम साई श्यामल कोमल राम दानव भंजन राम साई श्यामल कोमल राम हे राम राम जय राम साई राम 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 हे राम राम जय राम साई राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राम साई दया सागर राम दशरथ नंदन राम साई दया सागर राम दया सागर राम दीनों की प्रभु राम साई राम 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 दीनों की तुम राम साई राम 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 दानव भंजन राम श्यामल कोमल राम हे राम राम जय राम साई राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राम साई दया सागर राम तीनों के तुम राम साई राम 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 तीनों की प्रभु राम साई राम 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 साई श्यामल कोमल राम। राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे, राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे। सदा भजोरे सदा जपोरे, सदा भजोरे सदा जपोरे। राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे। राम 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 जय कोदंड रामा, राम 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 जय कोदंड रामा। राम 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 जय पटाभि रामा, राम 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 जय पटाभि रामा। राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा, हरि राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा। राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे, सदा भजोरे सदा जपोरे। राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे। राम 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 जय कोदंड रामा, राम 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 जय पटाभि रामा। राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा, साई राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा। राम 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 जय कोदंड रामा, राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा। राम 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 जय पटाभि रामा, जय जय राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा। जय जय राम 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 जय कल्याण रामा। राम नाम तारकम सदा भजोरे।
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम।
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे The Lord of the universe is here Swami Satya Sai is here Come to save devotees everywhere Come to bless His children everywhere Born in Treta Yuga The Lord of the universe is here Amen Twinkle like the moon Shining with divine inner light Filling all with bliss at His side He is always serving those in need Answering the prayers of devotees Giving grace to you and me The Lord of the universe is here Sai with the Sikh Sai You are Guru, God and Sa Mother you are everything to us Father you are everything to us You are the divine primal energy Manifested all that we ever see You are the one reality The Lord of the universe is here Sai with the sacred form of Om Universal radiance divine Please accept this offering of mine The flame of love that burns within my heart Meaning we can never be apart You and I are ever one The Lord of the universe is here Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om The Lord of the universe is here Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om The Lord of the universe is here Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om The Lord of the universe is here. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka Sukhino bhavantu samasta loka Sukhino bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Jai Bolo Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Ram Ki Om Shri Sai Ram. This Monday we will be having a special Monday bhajans for Shri Swami Narayan Jayanti. Next Friday, April 26th, there will be no Friday night inspirations. Friday night inspirations will continue the following week on May 3rd. Jai Sai Ram.